Alrighty guys, welcome. Welcome. How are we all doing today? As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around the world. Welcome to another stream, Thursday London session. Good day yesterday. For me, didn't trade after the stream, so was happy with two trades I had. One during the stream, one right at the very beginning, sort of, you could argue. Yeah, so good to have you all here. Steve, great that you're here for the whole stream. It's always good if you can wake up early, mate, and not miss out on any of the action, so welcome. And to everyone else, I will say good day to you all shortly. But without further ado, I will have a look obviously at GJ gold, have a look at the pound dollar, and also NAS. Just quickly, let's have a look at what's making headlines and news today. I am using Financial Juice. I think it's a better news provider than Forex Factory. I feel Forex Factory lags a lot, and a lot of the time I have these Forex Factory will have, for instance, CPI, things like that. Sometimes there's yellow follow news, whereas I feel it's a little bit more important than that, whereas on Financial Juice they tend to have it more on point, I feel. So anyway, moving forward today, got some yellow follow news, not too much. We've got obviously jobless claims to come for the US dollar a little bit later on in the evening my time, a little bit later on in the afternoon for those of you in the UK, and not long after US Open for everyone else. So keep an eye on that, something to take note of before trading. But otherwise, let's do the analysis and see what we can come up with moving forward today. So on GJ, all right, GJ looks like it wants to head down just now, but it's all good. I'll do the analysis, see what we can come up with. So the weekly, once again, still forming a strong bullish candle. So again, this suggests to me pullbacks could likely be met by support on the minor time frames, where we could eventually head back up. The difference this time is, though, obviously we're at a higher time frame resistance. It's evident on the weekly. It's even more evident on the daily and the 4 hour. Look at that rejection. Each time price looks like it wants to drive through it, it just rejects. So it's hard to really trust that it will make the move until you actually have that confirmation. So that will require waiting for a daily candle to close above that level. As of now, same type of scenario. We've got the high low, but we're still within the wicks. I mean, it's very hard to know what to make of the daily time frame. Constant rejections to the left hand side here. Structurally, we remain bullish. I feel we need to begin to break, though, above that 192, 193 sort of flat level if we are to continue into pretty much price discovery territory yet again. So onto the 4 hour, and that we remain bullish in structure. Previous candle did close a nice strong bullish candle, engulfing, could argue a liquidity candle, broke low the previous, had no need to pull back up and break its high, let alone close above. So you got the double there, you got the liquidity candle plus the engulfing candle. So what I'm going to do is mark in the high. Feel like we may have just broken the high of the previous 4 hour, so I'm going to mark in the current 4 hour candle's high, and we'll see what we've got above that level there, if there are going to be any potential entries. As for resistance and support, I'm just going to mark in the most recent levels. I'm not going to worry about what's to the left for the time being. Reason being, we're nowhere near it at the moment. As for support, I know I've got support in the previous candle. I'll mark something in on EM30. Otherwise, we've got support a little bit lower down around that 191.740, and that's the range on the 4 hour for the time being. And now let's see what we've got the 30 minute. All right. So the M30, I'm just going to mark in another 4 hour level just here. And what we've got in M30, structurally, we are bullish. This is the move to the upside. We have not closed below. We have not closed above the highest point, nor have we closed below the lowest point of that swing. So anything between, we are technically bullish in structure. So therefore, the overall bias on GJ is still to the upside. Now, I'm going to mark in some more levels here. Just going to mark in a resistance, which is the current daily candle's high. It's also the current 4 hour candle's high. All right, so pretty obvious what I'll be looking for as far as buyers wise, guys. Straight off the bat, if we begin to pop above that previous 4 hour candle's high, seeing we did pop up to break the high of the previous, then pull back down, creating our lower wick. So maybe now we're going to look to find support before we head back up, grab some more liquidity, begin to pop above the current daily candle's high and that previous 4 hour candle's high. And at that point there, there is a high probability, in my opinion, we will continue to the upside. So I'd be looking for buys above that level there. Now, buys lower down, obviously, price just begins to capitulate back towards the support here at 192.05 roughly. I would look for my candle swing price action to buy it. Now, obviously, let's see what we're at a resistance just now. If you drag it across, it does line up similar we see it to the left hand side. So let's just see what we've got in the 15-minute time frame. I got a little bit of support forming at these highs, running into another level of support. I don't want to mark in another level here, and I think this lines up with the M30. I'll just mark it on the 15. Because it does look a lot cleaner once we pop that level there around that 192.30. Let me have a look at it back in the M30. So it pretty much taps into that level. All right. So I'm just going to drag it down to the resistance here to the left. And what I'm going to say on GJ, we could just consolidate now between the 192.30 roughly and the current daily counter high. So to give me the confidence that we're ready to continue further down, I'd rather price start to pop below this previous level to the left hand side. So if it comes back down to the support, makes a minor pullback, starts to pop below it, then at that point there, I will look for my potential sell options to take it back down towards the current daily candles low. So for me, sell below 192.280 would be definitely an option. Would I buy it above that? If price does pull back to it, we're likely not going to have the margin. However, if we do wick down only to close back above, let's just say we've got the scenario happening around the open, London Open, then potentially I could try to trade this little area. But otherwise, I'd rather just wait. That would be the options on GJ so far. I'm just going to remove some of these levels. So at the moment, I'm more focused on the buys, I suppose, if we begin to pop above the 4-hour high. Otherwise, sells below 192.280. Hopefully that makes sense. And I'll move on to have a look at the gold. That's today's thumbnail, guys. Pretty catchy, I thought. All right, on to the gold. Let me remove, by the way, yesterday's trade's taken. All right, done. All right, so let's have a look at gold. So it's obviously approaching the way I marked in yesterday, so I can remove that now. And let's see what we can come up with. So once again, starting weekly, forming a relatively strong bullish candle. So once again, suggests to me that any sort of pullback within it could be met by support and minor time frames. We'll see what we've got once we go down to the minor time frames for potential levels that we could look to buy from. Now onto the daily time frame. Once again, we do remain bullish in structure, but we've now had consecutive candles closing back bearish, or the first one albeit almost a doji candle. But what we've got is two candles now, consecutive candles, lower highs, lower lows. So current candle has no lower wick. Let's see what we've got below that level. It's just popped straight up, approaching that resistance yet again around that 23.84 sort of level. We are technically bullish in structure. Do we need to necessarily create a lower wick? Not really. As long as we respect levels of support we've already formed within the current daily candle on the minor time frames, then there is every chance that we may not come back down to create that lower wick. So once again, once we go down to the more so the 30-minute, go to the 4-hour first of all. Once we go down to the 30-minute, we might be able to distinguish some 30-minute zones that price should respect if we are to continue bullish. And if we break those zones, what that could mean is we could be coming down to potentially create that lower wick on the current daily candle and head back down further in line with that previous daily strong bearish candle closure. So onto the 4-hour, and bounced off a previous level of resistance here to the left. Structurally, we remain bullish. Got some resistance up here, which I'm just going to mark in. As far as support, they're really tricky one on gold to mark in levels, to be honest. I'm going to mark that in. I'm going to have to mark in a level just here as well, but I'll do so in the M30. All right. Yeah, gold's a kind I don't want to drag that up. Okay, what we'll do is we go down to the line chart again. When in doubt, go to the line chart and let's look for areas that price tapped in multiple occasions. So if we were to drag that across, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, even further out. I would say that's a pretty significant level. And once we see him pop below it on the line chart, it's definitely into some clean traffic. So below that point there, I'm just going to now go back to the candlesticks and we can see it does look a lot cleaner. So that's all right. I'll leave that zone in as is. Now, as far as 30-minute zones, go to marking a level just here and see that lines up with previous support here to the left. So what we often find, and most of you already know this, price, once it creates swing points, it will often pull back to retest those levels, grab some more liquidity, either continue through them if you've got enough volume in the market, or reject and head back in the opposite direction. So what we're doing just now is we're tapping into that level structurally on 30-minute time frame. We by the looks of it, let me quickly look at it again. It's bearish as long as we remain below this resistance, so that's at a confluence. Perfect. All right, so gold, once again, that daily, we're just pulling straight up. We've got no lower wick. That's the lower wick of the daily. If we are to continue bullish, we should respect any levels of support we've formed on the way up. Now let's go to 15 minutes and see what we've got. We've got a level of support just here. Below that level, it tends to open up a little bit more. So based off that, let me go back to the 30. I would say if we begin to pop below this level here at 23.72.43 roughly, then there's a high probability at that point there we've got cleaner traffic to the left hand side on the 30-minute. At that point, we made a clean move up, and then we start to chop about a bit at that resistance. If we begin to pop below at 23.72.430, I will look for my potential sell options on gold upon rejecting this zone. Now, if we are to continue bullish, seeing we have formed minor support at this current level, we should continue creating a higher high and begin to break above this resistance. So if we begin to do so, at that point there, I would trust the buy options. If we reject, I would trust the sell options. And that is probably how I'd be playing gold at the very minute. Obviously, further buys from lower down, back of that 4-hour support, it could pull back to the 30-minute support just here. That could be another buy zone. Otherwise, I'd be looking for confirmation of support forming above 23.61, 62 sell level for further buy options. So that would be my opinion of gold moving forward. Hopefully that makes sense. As far as my focus for the time being, well, GJ's starting to pop. Not interested in impulse entry. Just waiting 10 minutes, guys. Yeah, not interested because the 15 was even closed below the resistance, so I'm prepared to let it go. That's fine. I want to see how the candle closes just now. For me, that's not a catalyst. What would have been a catalyst is if this candle actually closed minimum above the bodies of the candles to the left, and seeing the bodies of the candles open, close that bullish candle was right up near that resistance. It would have really needed to close basically above the resistance for me to trust it based off that. So happy to sit this out and wait for another just under 10 minutes to see where we're at. Meantime, let's do some quick analysis on GU, and I'll say g'day to the chat. Eventually go on to NAS and we'll focus on GJ. Alright, so GU, the 4-hour levels remain, and I don't recommend doing this. I recommend starting with a clean fresh chart every day, but these 4 levels are still valid 4-hour levels, so I'm just going to leave it in. But anyway, let's look at the analysis. So the weekly, well, the current weekly is bullish against that previous bearish candle. It still has a lower high, lower low, so hard to know what to make of that. We could still reverse back and eventually flip, but we'll see what we've got in the other time frames. So daily, structurally, we are bearish. We begin to break the high of the previous daily though. We do have counter probabilities to the upside at that point there on the higher time frame. So if that is to be the case, then perhaps we will continue bullish within the current weekly candle. But we are technically bearish in structure. We are just really consolidating within a range. We can mark in a resistance, which I've already marked in, obviously. So I can remove that. We've got the support at these lows. Just drag this up for the time being. So for me, definitely looking for buys above 1.24, so pretty much above 1.25. Likely what you're gonna have that point there, you may be flipping structure on a minor time frame. If not, looks to be already bullish anyway. So you got that on your side. The rest of the time frames are bearish. You got the weekly candle forming bullish, the M30 structure bullish. If it pops above that resistance in 1.25 roughly, then I'd be very keen on looking for pursuing potential buy options. It's a lot cleaner to the left hand side above that level. Aside from that, I'd be drawing in a level of support just there. I'd be drawing a level of support also around here below 1.24635. I'd be playing a range. I'd prefer if it did tap in back at that 4-hour range at 1.24820 roughly, but it doesn't necessarily need to do so. So if we now begin to break below the support formed here at 24.635, I will look for my potential sell options, or I would, to take it back down if I was to trade this pair. Further sells from higher up, if we do reject like we have on multiple occasions, obviously I'd only consider buying it once we start to push above that level. So I'd be looking for really sells anywhere within this gray zone or below it. Now buys from lower down from this support 1.245 psychological round number, price does just begin to drop into that level, I'd be looking for my catalyst support to form and look for my potential buy options to take it back up. So buys above, and also we are to continue bullish and respect. We should be respecting support forming the current daily candle at that level I just mentioned. If we begin to break below it, pop below it, close below it, I'd be looking for sell options below 1.24465 on GU as well. So that is what I'd be looking at moving forward on GU if I was to trade it, but it's not a pair I personally trade. So focus is GJ, and look at this, rejecting now, so hence why I'm not interested in the impulse entry. When it doesn't tick the box, it has to be perfect for me to take the impulse entry. Meantime, let me say good day to the chat. 26 of you in here, only 10 likes. Let's get that number up. We had 90 something on stream, 92, 93 or something yesterday. I want it to get to at least 80 to 100 today, so let's see if we can do it. And you guys need to help me out by hitting the like button. Leon, good morning to you, my friend. Steve Chamberlain, once again, welcome. Glad to have you here nice and early. Franco, good morning, brother. On Para, good afternoon from Philippines. Good afternoon to you from Australia. Acha, good morning, man. Hope you're well. All for what? Good morning to you. Like the stream, guys, that'd be much appreciated. Silent, good day to you. Subs are getting bigger. Yep, really on the rise, which is good to see. All organic too. I've not paid anyone to help with any of the promoting side of things. So Christopher, good morning to you. Oh, good afternoon to you. Hi from Australia too. Nice one. Steve, all good here. Nice one. Ian, good morning, mate. Brian Jones, good day to you. So right now the focus is GJ. Gold's just below resistance, so I'm not so keen just yet. I'd rather pop above. So it's been a pretty good week, guys. Personally, it's been a good trading week. It's just all about patience, having the patience to sit and wait for your plan to come to fruition. Christopher, likewise. From gloomy, wintry Melbourne at the moment. It could be neighbours. Hans Merck, good day to you. We don't have still opportunity. Not yet, but potentially on GJ, potentially. So what have we got in the 5 minute? All right, this is good. What we do have is we've got now a closure above the resistance on the 5 minute. We've got a candle closing back bearish, retesting the zone. So now I want to see, is this 30-minute close above, begin to pull away from this zone, and that will give me even more confluence and confirmation look for a buy on the next candle. So I'm just watching now to see what the high of this candle is, and I want to see where this candle closes. So the high on IC markets is 192.484. Now we're at that psychological round number 2, which lines up with some support to the left hand side here. So you want it to really close strongly above if this is to be valid. Silent? Is Australia hooter than silent? Don't know about hooter. Hotter? Depends where you're from. Not in Melbourne, it's definitely not. No way, not in Melbourne. I think north, it's basically the same. Up north, northwest, northeast. Basically the top end of Oz is very similar. Christopher, now I'll call you neighbor. More than welcome. So GJ rejecting, okay, no problem. Hunt smoke only if it closes above. All right, maybe gold. I want it to pop up a little bit higher. Because essentially right now we're just consolidating on a 15-minute at the resistance. So for me, the catalyst is simply the closure above. That has to be the closure above right now. 30-minute looks okay for an impulse, but you've got that 15-minute resistance, and when you look into 15, even the 30, it looks like consolidation, but the 15, it's more evident. And we're below the resistance, so I'd rather actually give me that confirmation that we may be ready to leave this area consolidation. So therefore I'd like to see a nice closure above 23.7876. Hand smoke, okay, so but GJ rejecting. Oh wait, see what happened. Yeah, that's what we do. 58 seconds. Is it going to pop back above? All right, looks like we may be closing below, so might have to wait still. On GJ, how about gold? Yep, it's closing below, so nothing for me on gold either at the moment. So we just chill for the time being. No FOMO. If it pops, it pops. It's all good. I was looking for an entry earlier today during the Asian session. Where was it? Just here. On this actual candle itself, what happened was this candle opened up and it popped straight down. It was clean traffic to left and I wasn't interested. So what I said was, wait, I'm going to wait for it to pull back, creates up a wick, and if it flips again, I was going to enter. And up closing bullish, so I just turned off and went to the gym. So I wasn't in any entry. GJ popping just now. All good, not interested in it. Silent gold pop almost 7 pips in our candle yesterday. Yeah, there wasn't even much news about, was there? I was on a coaching session yesterday evening my time looking at NAS, and my word, did I call it to a T. Absolutely perfection. Honestly, that's what I said, just was perfect. It was this candle here, popped down, tapped into the previous, no upper wick. Said wait for it to pull back, tap back into that zone, for an upper wick, and once it does that, you're looking to sell it once it breaks zone low again. And it did exactly that. It came straight down to that zone, bounced off it yet again. That's where I would have TP'd, but I wasn't trading at that point. I had 2 wins. I was just helping out my student. So yeah, good to see things playing out. We'll do the NAS analysis. Well, I gotta wait on GJ anyway, so I might as well do NAS. Gold is nothing at the moment, so let me take a look at NAS. So obviously it's still in that big downtrend now, big flip, big reversal from a few weeks back. So weekly, strong bearish at a level of support though. So far we're bouncing off it. Daily, structurally we are bearish. Could have that little pause interruption play. I usually take it on the smaller time frames. Interesting to see if it works out in the daily time frame or the higher time frame. Structurally we are bearish. Previous daily close back bearish at support. Current candle no lower wick. 4 hour. So that level lines up with previous support. So it's probably worth marking it in, to be honest. All right. Below it. It's not a great deal of margin. So 4 hours just pulling back a bit. It's going to remain bearish. What I want to see on NAS is, see, I just now pull this down to that level because it still incorporates the wick I just mentioned on the daily time frame, that bullish candle. And what I would say is, if price was to continue bearish, it really should respect minimum this level here at 17,653.53. We start to pop above it, popping back above that 4 hour support. So what I want to see for the buy options is nice strong closure above, maybe miss the initial impulse up, let it pull back to form support, and then it could be looking for some what I believe, in my opinion, will be higher probability buy options on NAS. So buys above. Otherwise, I'd be looking for my sell options, and I would say sells really anywhere below that level. So below the probably that tapping on that daily bullish candle. Otherwise, look to see where it forms support within the current daily candle. Obviously formed it just here. So if price begun to pop below that level there, nice clean closure below it. Potentially that could be an option to look for your sells to take it back down as well. So that would be NAS. Just simple analysis on NAS. It's all about how it reacts to this zone. If it creates a nice clean move up and pops above that yesterday's low, the support, sorry, and then pulls back and you're making clean moves within this gray zone form support, that's probably the only time I start to trust buying it within it. But that's it on NAS. Let's go back to GJ. One sec, guys. All right, GJ trying to pop above. Do I have any other confluence on the 5? Fives is also consolidating. It's not really giving me the confidence. It does look good if it breaks, but I'd rather wait for the strong confirmation at the moment. I think gold looks like it could give an option. I will want to wait minimum 9 more minutes for that closure above on the 15-minute. Steve, nice melted, good for me. Yep, nice one. Got in at 17,746. Wow. Nice one, below support. Good work. Nice entry, really nice entry. Sally should start trading futures. You really know its moves better, really? Never really looked into it, to be honest. Wow, look at that rejection once again on GJ. Stubborn level. Very stubborn level. Steve, you're looking for a daily flip on NAS? Yeah, I think that could be a good option. I'd be looking at levels prior to that though, where you could potentially get involved. And I think 1757.466 is one of those levels. Franco, your analysis was to the T. Thank you, my friend. It's devastating. My least favorite pair these days is EU. Archer, no worries, man. Silent, do you and Matt trade the same? No, I think my trading's evolved more. So I don't think we do. I think now he trades more based off levels, from what I understand. But again, I haven't seen. I don't think he trades anymore, to be honest, does he? He probably doesn't need to anyway, so good luck to him. EU is just bucked the trend of every other major. It's either melted or it just pops up and it's got the most volume basically, which I know liquidity wise it should, but usually it takes more to move it, and otherwise it's just been, you know, an absolute tear. First of all on the way down, now on the way up. I mean, look at it compared to the other majors. I mean, this is GU. It's just stuck in a range, not really doing much. AU, similar, very slow trickle up. AU is just on steroids at the moment. Steve, I just traded on the daily and 4 hour NAS. That's alright, I'm trying lower time frames. That's why I'm here to learn off you, mate. All good. We definitely learn a thing or two about price action and all that stuff. So GJ starting to reject again. Now what I'd like to see is a little bit of bounce off this level and we start to pop back below it. And we could be looking for some sell options moving forward. Traders Lounge, could I look at your trade? I can. EU has volume, sir. It does at the moment, especially. Traders Lounge, if you sent your chart in, just make sure you're not sending a full link in. I won't see it. You have to send. It's in the description down below how to send it. You just click on the camera icon, open in new tab. Copy the last part of that, the code, and paste it into the chat, and I can look at it for you. If you post the full link, it won't appear in the chat. Only mods and myself have the ability to post full links into the chat. Alright, so gold's tapped into that level and now pulling back. Slight closure above on a 5-minute. Thank you for the sub. Interesting. So I really, see the thing is I wanted to close above on a 15. So now you got that slight confirmation of 5 minute. What I usually like to see is a bit of a pause on the next 5 minute candle, but if that's to be the case, it's not going to close above the resistance, so it's probably not going to work out. So at the moment, I just want to see a nice closure above this zone, and then I may consider options. 15 is clean as well. The left hand side, it looks the same as the 30, basically the exact same. I usually try for the 30 minute, but we'll see how it closes. Had 50 new subs from yesterday's stream, guys, while I was on stream. That's unreal. I don't expect it to happen every time, but channel is growing. Good to see. Thank you. Appreciate the subs, guys. So just over 2 minutes remaining. Let's see how this candle closes on gold. GJ still rejecting, just in consolidation though. Nothing yet on GJ for me. So good to see no one calling him Matt anymore. You deserve it. Got used to it in the other stream, didn't I? It was just a given, or Todd. It's all good. It was to be expected. But yeah. Look, I hope he's doing well. I haven't spoken to him for ages, but I assume he's all good. All right, just over a minute remaining of this 15-minute candle. We are rejecting. So at this stage, it looks like we're going to need to wait for the 30-minute closure. And that's even better. It's a strong confirmation. If it does close above, I'm even more comfortable with it. And again, just goes to show, if you remain on the stream, you learn about patience. You don't get FOMO. You're not stuck in drawdown right now. Looking for an impulse entry. Yeah, so we learn while we wait. Silent. He is. He said last stream you guys played good cop back cop me. He was the back. Well, it's pretty obvious who was the one doing the majority, the bulk of the work. So, all right, so close below, rejecting. So just need to wait for the 30-minute closure now. Let's get those likes up there, guys. I did more work on Discord today, so that should be ready pretty much to test out. Should be hopefully ready to open up maybe by the end of the month. Nice strong closure on GJ. Yeah, I want to see how we react to this level now. Ali, hello to you. Lewis, man, how are you, brother? Welcome. Had a rip of a workout today, as per usual. Push day today, so massacred the shoulders. It's my favorite workout. Shoulders. Up the chest, and the triceps were pretty much cooked by the end of it, but still managed to do some tricep work. Bitcoin shooting the bet a little bit. Some of these altcoins really pulled back. I mean, some of them are almost back to where they started. I was looking before just to see. I mean, Arbitrum is one I follow. Has dropped significantly back towards its low yet again. There's one or two others I saw, which very similar, right back near lows again. God knows what to make of crypto these days. In all honesty, I'm not the most confident with it anymore. I'd probably rather just invest in some good value stocks if it were me. Or silver. Gold will continue up likely, but yeah, it's hard to justify buying it when I remember it being so low. Again, that's emotions in trading. We continue and look at it now. All right, waiting 11.5 minutes. See where this goes. If it flies in the meantime, no FOMO. I am all good because I didn't have the right confirmation for me to enter. So let's see. Steve, looks like GJ on its way down. Clear traffic to the left. Yeah, it's just got a bit of a zone here though. And it's bouncing off at the moment, so I just want it to pop below that level. So at the moment, looks like we're going to be focusing on gold. Could there be limit order options? Don't forget to hit like button, guys. Let's get numbers back up. Let's get, like I said, towards 80 today if we can. At some point. 60 to 80, 80 to 100 would be really nice. Not sure if someone was streaming yesterday. That's why we had the sudden influx, but all good. Tony, man, hope you're well. I sent you the PDF, by the way. Not sure if you've seen or not. Not sure if you've seen it already. Got it? Nice one. Nice one, brother. Let me know what you think of it once you've had the time to have a little bit of a look at it. Alright, so now you've had a better closure above on the 5 minute. But this is alright, this is better. But I'm still waiting for the 30-minute closure. I'd rather just miss it if it takes off now. I haven't had a chance looking yet, but we'll have a good look through it. No worries, man. In your own time. Franco, I think one of the important things to get away from FOMO is to have the charts mark up with your zones and then wait until price reaches their zone. I agree, that's what I do. And is also say to yourself what you want to see once price reaches your levels as well. So that is exactly right. And just accept if things just go without you. Your analysis could be correct, buys above, but may go without you. Just part of the game. It's all part of it. Nothing you can do about it. But the good thing is, if you can practice discipline and patience, you'll be in much better position for it moving forward. So now I'm just going to focus, watch gold, see where the high is, and see where we close. So it could be options above the high, could be options on the pullback. Just need to wait and see now, really 8 minutes. Steve, possible type 4? Yeah, possible. Yep, zone to zone buy. Possible. Tony, very excited to see your work. I've heard great things about in the manual. Nice one, brother. Steve, it's amazing. Thank you. Appreciate the kind words, guys. Alright, I'll open up a Zoom. Once again, you guys know the deal. And if you do pop on, make sure you're watching me on another device on YouTube. I don't want to lose viewers. Viewers are important to grow the channel. No other streamer does this, guys. I literally chuck the link in there for you if you want to jump on, ask a question. Alright, look at gold now, rejecting again, so no FOMO. You'd be feeling good about yourself now if you didn't take the entry. So I have the plan and just follow through, stick with it. If anyone is interested in the course, let me know. There's you can contact me via email. It's in the description down below, and I can send you the details about the course. It does include more than 70 videos, short videos involved. Well, it's all done by me, the whole thing, everything, the editing and that. It's a little bit raw, but it's got everything that I pretty much know. It has to be regularly updated because things change. I adapt. I've got a few new ways of entering. There's only one actually that's not in there, but eventually I'll pop that in. BJJ is just consolidating to see my MetaTrader. Ping ponging between that previous resistance. So it's really nothing, no clear direction. Lakshmi, what happened? Nothing, man. I've gone off on my own, do my own thing these days. Christopher, thank neighbor for being here, helping us in a better analysis. All good, my friend. Again, I know some of you are just here for the community and that, and some of the guys who follow me across from the old stream, who trade their own way, which is on and fine. And others learn a lot, and others are here for some signals, which again is fine. So you get a mixed bag, obviously. Franco, GU approaching H4 resistance. Yep. Okay, interesting times on GU. 30 minutes prior to session open. That impulsive sell be an option. Depends how the next candle opens up, I suppose, but you'd want it to close pretty much as it is, right up in that gray zone. The majors are just really strange at the moment. To be honest, I can't understand it because from my understanding, the US dollar is, with all that's going on around the world, I mean, global uncertainty, plus the fact that their interest rates are not likely to be going down anytime soon, that would suggest strength to the US dollar. But this week it's just been, everything's trending against the US dollar, against the US dollar to the upside. So I mean, hard to know what to make of it, to be honest. So gold looking really good, guys. 2 minutes 10 seconds left. What we've done is we've now got a more significant closure above. We've had the tap in, had a candle closing back bearish. We're now, looks like in the next 2 minutes we might close back above that zone. M30 meeting is going to close above. What you could do is, what I'd be more likely to do is wait for price to pull back. Right, a small lower wick doesn't necessarily need to tap back into the zone because we've already done so on the 5 minute. As long as it creates some sort of lower wick, begins to break above the high of the previous candle, that's when I'll look to probably take an entry. So that's what I'm focusing on just now on gold. I want it to close above though. I don't want it to pull back just now. It has to close above. That's the rule. So on IC markets 23.79.78. So I'd be looking roughly 23.79.93 as a potential entry point. But this candle has to close above, and I want just a small lower wick on the new candle. Branko, G approaching, yeah, read that, sorry. Christopher, let's go for some beer on, one of these days. Possibly, mate. Possibly. I do enjoy a beer. I haven't had one for over a month, actually. All right, let's see. We want it to pop up quickly on GJ. There's nothing said. No, ooh, GJ. Wow. GJ may also present a buy. It's popping back up. So let's see. And you gotta have to maybe be quick on this, because if gold just actually pulls back and closes in the blue zone, then maybe GJ options could present. But it looks like we might close above. Alright, so I'm gonna wait for a small lower wick, and I'm gonna place the order, the pending order. Alright, this is good. Alright, so I've got a pending order in on gold. I've got the order in 23.79.93. With my stop loss below 30 minute at the moment. Previous 30. $23.76.20 to be exact. And that's what I'm looking at. Hansberg, no, not in yet. I won't be in until it breaks 90. 27.93. 23.79.93. It's not in yet. Sharif, good morning to you, my friend. So that's the pending order, guys, on gold. No, GJ closed. GJ. Alright, so the way GJ closed, bouncing off that previous level of resistance and confirming support, closing back bullish with that long wick to the downside, what really would want to see is this candle just pop up, right? Maybe a tiny lower wick and then just pop straight up. Doesn't really have any need to pull back down, to be honest. And if it does so, I will not feel as comfortable looking for that buy option. But essentially, we're still in consolidation at 15. Nothing's changed. Nothing has changed on that in that regard. So yeah, definitely more focused on gold at the moment. But not in yet, guys. It didn't close sufficiently enough for me to look for a limit order as well, so rather get in once it's actually broken above its own high and previous candle's high. Thank you to the 59 of you on stream right now. So that's the current order I'm looking at, potentially a buy on gold as it breaks above the previous candle's high. You could just hit the like button, that would be much appreciated. Sean, all good, man. Good to have you on stream. Hope you're well. DJ up to. Still a bit of a hot mess, to be honest, GJ. Sean, all good. Nice one, buddy. Alright, so we're pulling back quite significantly. Wait a little bit longer. If it comes close to the closure of the 15, I may just wait and see how this candle closes, because if this closes as a pause candle, a weak bearish candle, then that is also a good confirmation. Look for buys, but it may mean just if it comes close to like the last minute and it's around the high of that zone, may just remove the order and wait for the new candle to open up. Sean, heard too much today. Yeah, a bit of work. Made a new thumbnail. Obviously, it didn't take long. It takes about 15 minutes or so. Went to the gym, which was good. Had a chat with a gentleman, old bloke, next to the gym, who has a car yard. Yeah, nice guy. Not sure why he came to talk, but he was must have that face. Vlad, did I split with my partner? Are you talking about did I move away from the old stream? Yes. All amicable though. There was nothing wrong. No grudges or anything. I just wanted to go off on my own. I felt it was time to do so. But I thank Matt, obviously, for the opportunity. Learned a lot about myself as well. And yeah, I'm sure he appreciates what I did as well. But But I'm not sure if he's still educating or not, to be honest. Obviously he's not on stream. Sure, get them gains. Exactly right, brother. Alright, this is alright on gold. Don't mind seeing this. Go GU to the opposite to what I mentioned, what I said about if it pops straight up, you could potentially just sell at some sort of point and maybe halfway within the zone or something. It's done the exact opposite, pop straight down. So much for that. No option there for that very impulsive sell at the 4-hour resistance. I won't be keen on buying it, to be honest, especially because this wick. So that basically is that whole zone. It's 30-minute wick and it's the 4-hour zone as well, so I'll just be waiting patiently on GU. EU still flying, not believe it. Even on GJ, let's see. Is it popping, is it? Oh, okay, it broke the high. Yeah, you want to... It's good how it's respected that zone though, which is good. So it should be right for break the zone high again. GJ starting to pull away, so there you go. GJ could present now. David's got stop loss under wick of last 15-minute candle. Yeah, well, it's the 30-minute as well, so that's where I'd probably have it. What is it? It's about 16, 17 pips or something, so that's fine. Because you're taking anticipation, got high, low, high, high to that previous candle. Has no need to pull back to break first of all, its own low or the previous candle's low. So yeah, I feel that's a pretty good spot to have. It's a technical level. Sean, did you ever see videos? Yeah, just funny enough, after Josh mentioned it on stream yesterday, I started to see it pop up. Steve, all good. Alright, I'm gonna leave the order in. But I probably prefer if this candle on 15 closed just a weak bearish candle, but still valid. Rejecting this zone, popping back above. Here, is it safe to put stop loss under candle wick? On what? On gold? Well, it's definitely a weighted range. I mean, once it's triggered in, if it does, has no need to pull back down and break its own low. Has a high low, high high to the previous. So yes, that makes sense too. You can really, it's either option, previous M30 or the current candle's low. What I probably would do is, once it gets triggered in, just push stop loss up to just below the current candle's low. Not right at it, but just below it. DJ looking alright. If anyone did take, I know Steve's in it. Let's hit that like button a bit, guys. 59 on stream. Let's get up to first target is 50. I'm sorry to harp on about it. It just helps. It helps to get the stream out there. Helps to tick the algo over. Get me on top of the queue. I have a new channel, so I would appreciate. That's all I'm asking for. Just moved stop loss to candles low, hoping to get a push just before London Open. Nice one. Sure, I'm not sure about the gold just because of all the bearish power beside it to the left. That's just clean candles. I mean, you're gonna have the same thing sometimes when you're trying to sell it into a clean push. I mean, just yeah, look at that. Clean candles, starts pop low support, did pretty much the same thing. So you could pretty much go through the whole chart and see the same type of thing happen. Alright, so 15's closed bearish. A little bit stronger than what I'd like, to be honest. It would almost be time to remove the order, especially if this count breaks below the previous. Has no upper wick though. So if it breaks the low, then really it should not break the high. It is to continue bearish. And if it does break the high, it's when you're likely going to get triggered in, and it could move with a bit of volume. Just hold on a little bit longer, but I may remove it shortly and wait for London Open. Sure, that's true. All good. Branko, don't like the buys. All good, man. All good. Yes, it's breaking a lot of the previous. Here, you should wait for retest to enter the buy. All good, you do what you like. I'm likely want to remove the auto in a second anyway. Sure, if it does go up, then maybe the bears will come into better price to push it down again. I like a liquidity grab. Maybe. Well, that's what maybe if it's already done, maybe possibly. Who knows? Xauusd, how are you, brother? Hope you and the family all well. Good to have you on the stream. Yeah, I'm not liking the hourly. Xauusd, sometimes it happens that breaks the previous candle's low to lure people in and goes up. Yeah, that's obviously look like a potential liquidity grab from the downside to trick people into selling it, and then often you find if it pops up to break the high of that candle, previous candle, it's likely going to push with a bit of volume. So that's what I'm thinking of. But also coming close to the hourly close, coming close to the London Open. It's making me feel like it's best to possibly wait. But I'm gonna just wait a few more minutes just to see. You know what, my calves are absolutely burning from Monday. Like an old man when I get up from a chair these days. It takes me like probably about 15 seconds, or at least about 5 steps or something, so I can actually straighten my back. All right, I'm gonna move the order just now, guys. Dropping too far. We're gonna trust it. So nothing now. We're just gonna wait for London Open. And I'm not liking this at all in GJ. I really am not. There's no volume. The opener could pop, but it's not giving me confidence. And the thing is, if it does close a strong candle, then it's going to make the move within this candle itself. This trickle does not really give me much confidence. I suppose it just depends what happens at the open. So for instance, if we get this scenario happen where something I mentioned yesterday, if it pops up and breaks this candle's high briefly without creating low wick, then begins to flip back like so, creates this low wick, then I may look to buy it as a break zone high for the second time. Because if we do create the upper wick and then pull back to create low wick, that should be us to continue down. Especially we broke the high, we have no need to pull back and break our own high yet again if we are to continue bearish. So if we do so, we're likely just grab liquidity and we're going to head up. So that could be an option potentially. So I've got all the different green colors, and that's essentially what the candle will look like. Actually, no, it won't look like that. Sean, GJ trash right now. I agree. So look at your chart. All right, so this is pound yen. If I was to trade GJ, I will wait for something like this, maybe not even a retest, just go short from the top. Seems like in range. All right. Yeah, it's definitely in a range. Yeah, that's all right. I mean, if that's what you're comfortable doing, just shorting it as it taps in. Well, looking more bearish now. Yeah. The thing is, what are you selling into support? That's shit house on the 15. That's really ordinary traffic. So it's all good. We just wait. Meantime, be back in a few seconds, guys. Won't be long. All right. It's not a smart sell, but I reckon it might head down. Could head down. I'm waiting to see if this candle closes. If this closes back above, even bearish, that's fine. Just a pause. I'd be looking for my potential buys. Look what that's done. Has it just tapped into that? So that not quite. Interruption. Little pause just here. Didn't quite tap in though. So unless this is deeper liquidity grab. Have to wait and see, I suppose. On the fence now. Yeah, I'm looking still for the buys. I'm waiting for London Open. If this flips now, let it flip. I'm not interested. I'm waiting. But what I'm doing is I'm going to get it set again. I'm not going to place the order, but using my magic keys, I'm just going to have the order ready. So for me to press open trade. Exact same spot as before at the moment. So that was 93, 23, 79, 93. Go on, hit like button, guys, before London. That's it. Be nice. More likes gives Justin power to read the chart like God. That's it. So it's all the winning trades. That'd be nice. It'll work that way. All in the beard, my friends. Might shave it off. Lose my powers. No hair on a head to worry about that, so use facial hair. DJ rejecting again. It's just nasty. DJ is really nasty. Or like small wins, that'd be, again, that'd be good. So what could happen if we leave a long wick to the downside and close back above? So every chance the new account may just pop, grabbing liquidity yet again from these lows. So I want it to close above. I want the 15 minutes to close above. Be great if it can close above at least the body of the bearish candle. Got a liquidity grab candle on the 15. Up to you guys if you're going to take it without low wick. The option's there. That's all I'm going to say. The option is there if you want to. But wait for the candle to close. Wait for 200 bit minutes for this candle to close. Otherwise, I'd just rather miss it. If it pops in 2 minutes, which it could do on gold, I'm not in it. Sean, fell off your head, stuck to your face. Yeah, it's going now. It's alright. I'm not facing this right now. Could have another good catalyst though. Bullish engulfing, so once again, still valid. Still valid at the open. I'm waiting. Wait, unless you're an AU buy. Yeah, well, AU looks like it's been doing what EU's been doing. It's on a bit of a tear. So hopefully you're in from lower down, because otherwise you're buying into a bit of resistance here. But see, I wish you all the best. Hopefully it does the job for you. A little bit of volume popping in on gold. It's popping up and about, skipping pips. Trying to fly just now. So that will mean the entry has to be higher up. You track the high of the current candle. That's why I'm just tracking the high. This is going to be one of those ones you just need to execute fast, guys. All I suggest is track the high of the current candle. And you could look to answer just above it. Maybe a pip and a half, 2 pips above it. So of course it's going to pop up, so it's going to make it hard to track the high. Man, gold. Still valid, guys, but you have to be quick with it. Very low wick. Pretty wide stop loss. Alright, doesn't need to pull back necessarily, tap back in. The limit order. Oh, the limit order on that bearish candle. Shit, guys. That is also an option. Alright, so I'm looking at limit order just now, guys. Just been triggered in. Stop loss is below the previous candle. My entries are 23.75. Oh, sorry, 23.79.52. That's my current entry. If you're not in it, don't force it. The safer entry is definitely above as it flips back bullish. That is definitely a safer entry. I'm trying to move my TP. Got it too low. All right, moved it up. I had it like 15 pips above. So what I definitely do is target the flip as a level to secure something, maybe even before it. It's moving nicely now. All right, here we go, guys. I'm at break even. And it's going to take me out break even. At 8.5 pips, it's wow, there's some volume. Wow. Not for the faint of heart. All right, so I'm going to take it out. I'm going to take it out break even. Gold. Yeah, I had literally popped up at 8.8 pips or something. That's why I went to break even. It shouldn't really take a loss being that far ahead. The re-entry could be as it flips. I mean, if you're still in it, you're probably going to be all right. You're probably going to be all right. So we'll see. Yeah, and you'd definitely be looking to get towards break even now. I mean, that bopped about. So, and it could be another entry above the high. But nonetheless, good to see it play out. So hopefully some of you are still in it. And if you are, well done. You've got 10 on the table easy right now. DJ rejecting. See, with these entries though, and the reason why I like to get to break even early is because you take it in anticipation and it's going to pull back, tag you in, flip, and it should not need to pull back again in line with the actual move, which is to the upside currently. So I mean, now it's going. Please tell me you're securing if, oh shit, really lost the mic. If anyone is still in it. If so, let me know. How'd you go? Now the buys above the high are also valid. Okay, awesome out. All right. Talkie trader, nice one. So you shouldn't need to do this though. You shouldn't need to keep pulling back. It's flip back bullish. So that's why I would secure something. Still got London Open volatility. And it's bopping about. Last night I was on the charts for NY Open for the first time in a long time. And wow, was that on another level. God. Especially on NAS, that thing was rocking. It was literally skipping minimum like 5-6 pips. Just up, down, up, down. It eventually made the exact move, which I called when I was on the chart with in the coaching session. Nice one, Steve. Good work. So yeah, so still it's coming back to entry. So the re-entry will be above now this candle's high. That's the re-entry if anyone's interested. This is really good. I like this scenario. When we've broken the previous candle's high, we're pulling back yet again. Now we should just continue down. If we are to continue bearish, we have no need to break our own high. If we do break our own high, likely what we've done is just grab some more liquidity from the downside, tapping into this resistance on the 15, maybe tapping into the 30-minute resistance again. And as it flips back bullish, it's likely going to make the move to the upside. Thank you for the sub. Hansberg, it is. This is session open volatility, and it's worse during MY from what I saw last night. Gold and as were another beast last night. Well, yesterday, last night my time. Alright, JJ back at this support, that's alright. When it start popping below. GU dropping. It's approaching that support. Just wish this thing would melt. Wish this thing would fly, but if this flies, that means the other major's likely flying, so probably best if it melts a bit. EJ looks okay. Actually, 30-minute looks a mess. How about GA? Looks good below support. The current daily candle's low. It is in a downtrend in M30. You probably got daily candle probabilities to the downside. You do. Lower high, lower low. Between traffic on the daily. GA looks really good. Pause on the 4 hour. Yeah, I'm liking GA for potential sell options below current daily candle's low. The buys also could be valid above 193.581. It's a resistance form in the current daily candle. Alright, what have I missed? Sorry guys. Sean, Justin, do you ever look at US 30 more? No, not really. Christopher, flying. I'm assuming you were in it. Hopefully you secured some profit. It's always the riskier entry, the limit order, buy or sell, whatever it is, but worked. It made sense. It worked. So, Murad, fast go. Yep. Sean, my man, thought was just going to go for you and then start pulling back. All good. All good. I'm happy with the management. I'm happy with the result because look at it now. It popped up to 8.8. I had showing on my MetaTrader with magic keys. It tells you how many pips you're in profit. So I thought I'd get to break even because it shouldn't really take a loss being so close to secure. But yeah, came back. It's all good. No, nothing wrong. Don't go chasing it again. Makes sense for second entry, but we'll see. Sean, Justin, what are you saying about UJ? I feel like it's got potential for a lot of downside. So taking it short. I hope you're not just taking it because it's overbought. Because this thing was in a huge uptrend. So you've taken a short. I'd rather short it from higher up, to be honest. Because I have a feeling it could push towards 154.40 before it retraces. Doesn't have to though. It is out of resistance just now. But what confidences do you have? Don't have any bearish 15-minute candles as well. You don't have any 15-minute support on at this level. Price to begin and pop below to tamp back down. So unless you're purely trading levels or you've got some indicators telling you to sell it right now, I would have been waiting, but it could give you the move. So I wish you well, man. I hope it works for you. Thank you for the sub. But I mean, the yen has just been in an absolute free fall for how many years now? Pretty much since the start of COVID, I think it was. Sure, I know it's the way you have to be, Justin, but I do love how you're not bothered about anything, whatever happens. It's because you become used to it. It's all, you treat it like a job. You're gonna have days where it sucks, where you couldn't be bothered. You just can't concentrate, you're not seeing things right. You're gonna have days where everything seems to flow, but it still doesn't end up being a winning day. Then you're gonna have days where you do have really nice wins and all that. It's all part of it, but at the end of the day, or the end of the week, the end of the month, if you're consistent with everything you do, then results should follow. And that's what I've proven it does with me. I can stomach a loss. I don't worry about it. The only time I get shitty, really shit myself, is if I broke a rule and I got FOMO or something. And I'm not immune to it. I've done it before, like on a stream. I did it on the old stream, not often, but maybe once or twice for the year. And I didn't feel good about it. I still remember one trade where I'm looking at like, why did I even take that? It was in the middle of nowhere. It was nowhere near a level I wanted to get involved. And I remember because one of my friends who I was a coach was saying, I took the same trade. He wasn't even on the stream. He said he was thinking to himself the exact same thing. I don't know why I took it. It was maybe because the session open and he thought it'll make the move. And I had the same feeling, but if I do shit like that, that's when I get shitty myself. But otherwise, there's no need to. Just follow the plan. Melting, how is Abdul has Delta Exchange? No idea. I have to ask someone who uses Delta Exchange. Steve, you run out? Yep. At least you took some profit. Nice one. Mario, it literally opened about 14 minutes ago. Hansberg, it's a bit all over the shop right now, but if it respects this blue zone and begins to pull away from it, it still looks good to continue up. No, you're not. Oh, okay. Just want to get my thoughts on it. Yeah, look, it is an option downside, but it's an option to the upside too, so. Let's have a go at getting those likes up to 50. See if we can get there, guys. Once again, thank you for the sell. Bilal, can gold go above 90s again? I think it definitely could. I mean, it's some clean traffic to the left. If it begins to break the current candle's high, doesn't mean it's going to make the move in one go, but I think there's a good chance. If you ask me what I would lean towards, I would say yes, and I would say it's eventually going to create a higher high just based off fundamentals at the moment. I mean, technically it's also bullish, but with what's going on everywhere, I would also, if you ask me to predict, I would say yes. But again, I don't have a crystal ball to say 100% it will, but my thoughts are it will. Remember the first time I attempted to trade this US 30, and this is when I was in with that crypto group that I mentioned, my first ever group that I was part of back in 2017, which included signals. I didn't even know what US 30 was at the time, and they sent out a signal for it, and we had 1 to 500 leverage here in Oz at the time. I whacked open a one lot thinking it'll be nothing, and it moved like a touch, and it was like, fuck, it's down like $100 and something straight away. I'm like, wow, what is going on here? Had no idea, absolutely no idea. It popped back and it literally barely moved and it was back in profit. I'm getting out of this shit. I have no idea what's going on. And I think it actually made the move in favor in the end, which would have been a massive win. But I ended up closing it like, I think it was like a $20 win or something. And I was happy with that because I had no idea what I was doing. The account was like $500 or something at the time, so $20 wins pretty good. It's 2%. I don't know, it's not 4%. I was happy with that. Thank you for the sub. We've all got those sort of funny stories from when we first start. We had no idea what we're doing. Don't know what lot sizes are. No idea about how to use leverage and that. But probably move like 2 pips against me. I would have got a margin call, likely. Probably a good video, I suppose, that could make funny trading moments. The lighter side of trading, the stupid shit we've done, good and bad. Sean? I remember yesterday I said about the breaking trend line. Yep, which was the breaking of support, which also I mentioned. Look what it did. It pulled back at that support. It might have pulled back soon. It's the exact same shit, man. For me, it was support, but yeah, it played out just the same. So whether you use the trend line as the confluence or breaking of the 4-hour support, either way, it worked. So it's good to see. Always good to see the analysis working. Definitely not an instrument I will be trading US oil. Unless this shit hits the fan again and goes like nothing. Buying it by the barrels. So you hear about the guys who made like an absolute fortune doing it. Smart cookies. I wish I was onto it. Alright. Likely going to remove the order and wait for this count to close. Because we've got 8 minutes left. Is it going to make the move within 8 minutes? It's got to travel a fair distance just to trigger you in. around 20, about 19 to 20 pips by the time you actually enter. And then it's going to push at least another 10 to 20. I mean, it can do it. I'll wait for like the last 5 minutes. Double confirmation. Yep, that's it. TZ007. Yeah, I'm looking for buyers above the high of this candle, but if it comes down to the last 5 minutes, I'm going to sit out and wait for like 30 minutes to close. I don't want to get triggered in the last few minutes and it pops up, just create a bit more of an upwick, and then you get caught in that pullback on the new candle, or the pullback to leave the upper wick on the current candle. You could be stuck in a fair bit of drawdown that time. So wait 2 more minutes. Now I'm going to remove the order and wait for the 30-minute closure instead. Come on guys, 3 more likes. Do a brother a favor, just hit that like button. Sean, so your student still smart. I don't have anyone to trade to. It's 30. I have Naz. I think that's what you're probably thinking about. Yeah, she's doing well. She's had a few little setbacks of late to do with psychology and that, but we're working on that. But it's all good. Once she gets back on the straight and narrow, be absolutely fine yet again, I'm sure. Called an absolute perler on Naz yesterday. This is exactly as I called it. It happened. I know I've called it any better. All right, I'm gonna remove the order just now. I don't want to get triggered in the last few minutes, and it could just go, but I'd feel more comfortable wait for the 30-minute closure and see where we're at. Close this week bearish. That pause above. We've got another pause above. Let's go for the 15-minute, and then I could look for the entries. We're gonna break above the pause on the next candle. Wait for it to create a small low wick, and then I will put the order back in. So what I'm doing right now is, once again, just going to set the order up without actually pressing, not confirming it. I'm not going to confirm it, but I'm just going to set it up for the exact same entry. What was 5.2? Let me see. What's the high? 2381.20 is where I probably 2381.115. Actually, no. Current candle has a higher high. Yeah, it's still the same entry basically. Right, let's see. So remove the order, but I'm looking to potentially still take it. So I haven't ruled it out. GJ, oh, GJ melting. Is GJ an option? Has to close below. As the great Bill Laurie used to say, it's all happening. Anyone who watches cricket. Franco looking for GG sells after actually in 30 close below support. I think it's a good idea. It's anything like GJ. Yep. So just wait patiently. Gold is closing pretty strong candle right now. I see like this, then I need wait for closures. I'm gonna need to wait probably 15 minutes for at least another engulfing now. Because this is too strong a candle. The way it's closed. If it closed weaker, then I can take the impulse. So if I can use the fib in doubt, what I'm telling my guys is if it closed below, above the 50%, so above that yellow line, then it's a weaker candle. You could take the impulse entry as it begins to break in the following candle, break the high. But it's obviously closed well below it. So then you need to wait again for another closure back above, and 15 will suffice. Because if you go down to 15, it will be above any of the candles to the left hand side on the 15 as well. So that would be okay. But you just need to wait. GJ needs to pop below to support. Thank you for the likes, guys. Going up to 50. The toughest part is sitting here and not entering. I know for a lot of you guys, for me, it's simple. It's just set the rule. If it ticks it, you know it's got a you've got a high probability entry. If it doesn't tick it, you know you might be saving yourself. In which today we would have saved ourselves a few times already. So I think it's been a really good stream so far. These are 007 5-minute star evening 5-minute star 5-minute chart evening star candle, is it on gold? No. Or on GJ? No. Evening star is, have I got time to draw it? Got a minute. Something like this. This candle, the middle candle can pretty much close bullish or bearish. Doesn't make that much difference. That's the evening star at resistance. At resistance. So if that happened up here, the morning star is the opposite. Definitely good signals in price action at zones for potential reversal. All right, so GJ popping back up, gold popping back down. Patiently wait. That's what we do, guys. You learn a lot by being patient. Christopher, I will be professional and we'll do the same. What you're doing right now. Nice one. Just excuse me. Just trade with respect. Treat it as a job, guys. Don't listen to all the bullshit you see on social media. I've stopped following everyone, honestly. Follow me because I don't talk shit. I don't bloody post pictures in front of a Lambo or this is my beautiful home and all that shit. Because the reality is, it takes a lot of work to get to that level. And yes, it's helped me. It's helped me to purchase or put a deposit down at home. But I still have to fund a lot of it with my own cash because I don't have the trading funds. I've had different size accounts. Right now my account's not big enough to really do anything like that at the moment, but it's getting closer. It will get there again. So don't fall for all the shit you see, the fluff and puff, because anyone can do that. I honestly thought when I was in Thailand last, I saw outside a shopping center some supercars, and I thought I'm gonna ask my takes, like just slip him 1,000 baht, which is like 30 something US dollars, around 30 US dollars. It's like the largest note. I was gonna just go up and look, here's, kind of take a photo, like sitting in it or whatever. They probably say, yeah, you can do it for free anyway because they're nice people, but I thought, even as a joke, because I was gonna do it as a joke, you know, Forex life baby, and just post it and just see the reaction. I thought, but it's not me. It's not. And I don't want people to think of me that way too, because even if I had all those riches, I would not waste it on shit like that, honestly. Give me a pickup truck any day over a bloody sports car. Any day. I'll ride over the bloody Lamborghini. I don't give a shit, honestly. That's just me. Like it or not, if you're into supercars, that's fine. That's up to you guys, but it's just not me. I come into Forex for an absolutely really good reason, and I can explain it because we're waiting. There's nothing. I can't take anything right now. GJ closed above. I'm not taking impulse entry below. To me, it doesn't. There is no impulse entry. It doesn't make sense. But for me, the reason why I started trading was because I've got family overseas. I've got my son overseas, which I'm not happy about, but it's just a long story. I'm not going to share it on stream. Some of the guys know it, some of my mates. And so I'm doing it so I could be closer to him. Be closer to my girlfriend as well. So I'm not with my son's mum, but I have another partner, another girlfriend. That's the main reason why I do it. It's not for Lambos and that shit. I'm happy that I've been able to give my son a nice house to live in, because some of the living conditions over there are terrible. So he's definitely, you know, set up. He's got some good things. And now I'm working on my own stuff as well, so don't tear up, guys. I'm not, I promise you. All good, guys. Yeah, so I'm not taking GJ impulse entries. Look at the way the previous M15 closed. I'm wanting to see a 30-minute below it. And gold, we're dropping. It's not a sell option for me because it's just shit traffic. It's selling into consolidation without any real confluence to sell it, so I'm happy to chill for the time being. Sure, any thoughts? You are all good, all good. Wait, yep, I got it. Go, bro. All good, man. Thank you for the sub. Alright, all good, man, all good. Take care, have a good one. Hamza, more power to you. You're gonna make it, brother. Thank you, I appreciate it. With the support of you guys, I'll get there. Sean, you take care. I'll speak to you later on. Alright, so GJ still above this support. Appreciate the subs, guys. Thank you. Best way to grow the channel, that and liking, obviously. It's all organic growth. I haven't paid anyone. I was considering it, but I don't think I'll need to be honest, because the numbers are going up steadily, so I appreciate the help of you guys. Alright, so this is not bad though, the pullback, because now what I'm looking at on gold is if we do pull back below this range, I'm not necessarily going to sell. I'm not really interested in that because you're selling into a bit of a mess. But we've seen, it looks like now we're trying to make a pretty clean move back down, cutting through this shit to the left. So if we begin to do so, then that pretty much wipes that out. Then we're trading within clean traffic, clean move down. Then I'm just waiting for my right confirmations at that level of support, and I could potentially look for my buy option to take the clean move back up. That's what I'm currently seeing, and that would be nice. Those of you who see me over the past few weeks know exactly what I'd like to see within this candle. We form a little bit of resistance, maybe on a 15-minute pause or even a 5-minute, and then we can use that as a confluence. The next M30, higher low, higher high, enter as it breaks above. It's like I'm going to retest current daily candles high. If you've got the volume, momentum, break above it. So will it happen within the current 4 hour? Probably the best thing would be if it happened on the next 4 hour, to be honest, because then what you got is a strong 4 hour closure. The new 4 hour candle creating its lower wick, pulling back to previous level of support, forming a support at its low, high low high high to the previous 4 hour. So it breaks as well, there's your entry there, or your entry's at support. Gives you 2 options. Look at JJ. So there you go, once again. Hopefully no one took an impulse out of FOMO. You're chilling and waiting like I was. You're not bothered right now. It's all good. We pounce when the time is right to do so. I think we had almost 1,300 views on yesterday's stream, guys. That was amazing. I was really appreciative of all the help from you guys. A little bit less today, the viewers, but it's all good. It's still much better than what we had, you know, last week. So definitely on the rise. I think some of you starting to realize what the value is at. Was so close to doing an MY session on Tuesday. It was really close to flicking the live button after doing an MY update video. But, thank you for the sub. So far not a bad day. I know some of you managed to take some profit on that gold trade. This is good. This is exactly what I want to see later on. Really good. Create some clean space. As soon as we cut through this shit to the left, it opens up this whole level to trading, in my opinion. As long as it does form that support at this level, then it will open up that whole level. And you could just pretty much remove this zone. Once that's happened, once we've confirmed we're closing back below it, then I would just delete this and remark in the zones at the high. And so now I've got a clean range yet again. That's what I'd be looking at. So I'll just put it back in though for the time being, wait for this count to close to confirm it. And then we've got some clean areas, clean space to look for potential buyers later on. To me, once a zone becomes invalid, once you've wiped through it in both directions, so you've broken through it to the upside, it now looks like you're going to break through it to the downside. Again, you don't have the confirmation though until it actually closes below. As soon as you get that, so it might not even happen on this candle, it might happen on the following candle, or we could start moving back up. But if that is to be the case and we do begin to close below, that's when I For me, it confirms this zone's no longer as relevant, and I would just remove it. Right, market is slow. It is silent. Be ready for gold sell. Yeah, I'm personally waiting for the sell. I'm not going to sell into this support. All right, you boring? Yeah, it is. At the moment, it is. Silent into the hour has 2 flat body candles ready for reverse. Flat body candles. Got an engulfing candle. I just don't like this mess. So if I'm to argue a sell, it would have been better to take it up here, but I didn't have the confirmation to take it up there either way. So for me, I'm not going to sell into this support. I'd rather just wait. But that's me personally. I know you trade differently, so it's all good. I understand you got your own reasons for it. So quite frankly, I really don't care if it goes up or down, as long as it gives me an option, to be honest. That's what I want to see. Also, guys, actually, I'll put it out there. If anyone does web design and things like that in the chat, feel free to send me an email. Links in it. My email is in the description below. Could potentially have some work for you, so let me know. I don't need a video editor. I've got that, so don't worry about that. Someone's gonna send me details about that. Yeah, so if anyone does website design, feel free to contact me. Look at GJ. Wow. What the hell is going on here? So it's respecting that support again. Look at that. It lines up perfectly with bouncing off it. Definitely need to see closure above the bodies of these bearish candles on the 15. The resistance on the 15. Because now this is basically that new zone. All for what? USL? I will happily have a look at USL. All right. Ooh. USL. The downside. So yeah, it looks good for possibly in sales right now. I mean, looking at, anyway, we'll do the analysis. Looking at the weekly, strong bearish candle. Once again, when I see a candle forming as is, what I'm likely to look for are areas that we could potentially pull back to on the 4-hour and M30 within this candle to potentially form a resistance there back down in line with the strength of the current candle. Daily structurally remain bullish, but obviously really strong bearish candle in previous. Not much of an upper wick. So we'll keep marking the high of the current candle, see what's above it, because really seeing we have that lower high, lower low, we should not need to pull back up and break our own high. And if we do, we may have some resistance, likely do, or we will at that level. If we begin to pop above it, close above it, there could be options for a buy. We are tapping into a support almost now on the daily, so it could be options for it to begin to reverse. Well, it looks like it has a little bit more room to the downside. It is bearish in structure, so we've got daily bullish, but weekly bearish, 4-hour as bearish. Got resistance at the current day's high, just a bit above it is the highest point of that resistance, so that's likely where I'll be looking for buy options, otherwise buys lower down. 30-minute is definitely bearish, so the bias is to the downside. Now what's to the left? Got still potentially got some margin, but it's made the move. This is the move. If you're not in it, you need to wait for it to set up again. So what I'd be looking at is, once again, current daily. If you break above the current daily count side and begin to pop above 82.49, buys. Buy options above that level. Should not need to break your own high within the current daily if you are to continue bearish. Further buy options now would be seeing it coming down to the 4-hour support. I'd really want it to pull back to tap into it. One bit of structure at these lows, and may even flip the M30 trend. You never know. Get a bit of a pullback just below the lowest point. That could be a catalyst as 30-minute flips, or you may just have the micro trend flipping bullish. Bit of consolidation, price begins to close above it on the preferably the 30-minute time frame, and then you could look for your to potentially execute upon a buy. Buy is lower down. Now, as far as the sells, see the 4-hour, how long left? US oil is a bit different. It's 2 hours, so it's an hour lagging. All right, so I'd probably prefer to wait for the 4-hour right now. I wouldn't be chasing it. And maybe if what I mentioned before, similar gold made that lower wick on a new candle, in this case the opposite, makes the upper wick, pulls back, would form a resistance at this previous level just here. On that resistance, give you that signal in price action to potentially take a sell back down to retest the previous 4-hour candle's low, and you've got the volume momentum begin to break the lot. Further options would be if it just pulls up here and starts to consolidate, doesn't really do much, and closer to maybe MY or in a new 4-hour, start popping below the current 4-hour candle's low, and that could be another sell option. So it's pretty much sells anywhere below this resistance at the moment, to be honest. Just a matter of if it pulls back or consolidates at the current level. That's what I've been looking at. All right, what have I missed? Okay, GU and GJ both pushing up at the same time. Yep, so GU is obviously not an option. And sometimes they move in the exact same way, and other times they won't, and it confuses you. That's why I ditched GU. Christopher, do I trade full time? I say it is full time because I trade the same time each day, and for me, I only choose to trade really in one session. But I do have family business in the background, which also, you know, is income. So I don't solely rely on this, which is good. I think it takes the pressure off. Maybe that's why I have more discipline. I don't know. I think it helps, to be honest. Plus, I do coaching as well. And the difference between me, I do it because I actually give a shit and I help others. You ask any of the guys I coach, you ask any of them, they'll tell you how much I actually do care. I mean, even Sean, I don't even coach him. You just see him pop up in the chat all the time. He just contacts me on IG about trading, and yeah, about other things too sometimes, but a lot of time about his trading and when he's feeling bad about something. And I always reply. I don't even coach him, but I have respect for people. They want to reach out to me, I'll always reply and give my opinion. I appreciate the fact that they, you know, value my opinion. So I always say, feel free to reach out. I'm no better than any of you in any way. Maybe a more competent trader, but you guys could be much better traders than me in the future. Who knows? Silent. Yeah, Warren Buffett did say it. I listened to it's my favorite channel on YouTube other than mine is Everything Money, and that's about value stocks and that. So they're obviously talking about Warren Buffett a fair bit, and they constantly say it. Steve, oh man, you cannot be doing that. Did you what? Are you still in that buy? Because if you're in that buy, you're probably almost at break even again, not far. Yeah, lucky it's going back. Yeah, so you're in the buy. Oof, careful, man. You're lucky you get away with that. Could have just melted. So I usually keep my PS5 next to me and wait for the entries while I'm playing, listening. That's not a bad idea, as long as you know exactly where you want to get involved. I would honestly, when I was not streaming, the first week or so when I came back from overseas, and I was still doing updates and still looking at charts a bit. I was doing basically the same. I had maybe the basketball on the NBA because I love it, watching it on TV, the replays, or I was playing some Xbox or something. But I had the chart because the TV's right next to me, so I was like sitting here like this, just doing whatever. Had the charts there. I knew I had to wait anyway for either 15 minutes or 30 minutes either way, so I had time to do something in between. Sharif, I found 19233 an area of interest. I looked at small time frames to see if I could get in to reach other previous highs around 19250. Currently up 5 pips, may have to manage this a lot soon. Okay, nice one. As long as it's with your analysis, so that's good work. You're out at break even. Well, it's well done, at least you managed it well. So Steve, foolish, yeah, we make mistakes, we all make mistakes. I don't think I've made that mistake for a hell of a long time though, probably since when I first started trading. Once again, thank you for the new sub. All in all, I think it's been a good day. So we're respecting this zone right now, so I can't remove it. Still relevant. Still relevant because we're not closing below it and we're trying to bounce off it. We're not yet above it again, but so that's why I wasn't keen on just taking a sell at this level, because I did mention it could pull up within this area. It's very choppy. That's what it's so far trying to do. GJ has to really push the next minute for him to be interested. Like really push, has to be right up at that high. I don't want to get caught out in another wick up and then just pulls back. This to me is not a catalyst just yet. A catalyst is a nice strong closure, preferably above the high, if not right at it. Right now we're just essentially in consolidation. It's done nothing to prove anything otherwise, so at this stage I'm just going to sit out and wait. Gold is also not really an entry. Well, 15 looks not bad. Just wish we're back above that zone. Gold could just pop right now. It's the open of the hourly. It's how the hourly close. Not a nice closure in the hourly. It's likely just gonna pop. But I'm gonna chill. Not keen on the area it's at, to be honest. Yeah, alright. Pulls back a bit and breaks zone high. It's not a bad entry. And I'm not even on gold. I think an entry at 30. 23.78.30. If it breaks zone high, I'm not in nothing. Well, now I am. There we go. So I've got a small entry. Just based off price action, you got 15-minute closing back bullish engulfing. 30-minute liquidity candle. You've got the candle that the entry candle creating its upward wick, then pulling back. So it's broken its own high again. That's where the entry, in my opinion, was. So we'll see. DJ closed well below. That hurt. Should not need to break your own low again. It could be a really strict way of managing it, but it'll mean a very small loss if it did break its own low. I'll probably cut half if it does. Oh, we're pushing. Oh, oh, I don't like that. That volume is nuts. So, yeah, I'm at break even, guys. I don't like that volume. That popped up like 8 pips or so again in seconds. Here we go. There we go. There we go. Pushing a bit more. So I'm at break even. Oof, there we go. Closing. Closing half. And I'm pretty sure it was basically right on 10. That's what popped up here. And there you go. Nice and done. I don't know if anyone took it, but I explained the whole thing. We wait for the right confirmation to enter. That's what I do. Sometimes it comes right at the end of the stream. As good old Rex Hunt used to say, if anyone knows Aussie rules, a yibbity yibbita. That's all, folks. Still pushing. Let's go. Pretty nice way to end the stream. That deserves a like. Let's go, gold. Here we go. Please tell me some of you took it. GJ's hit target. Sharif, nice. Oh, but you're out, aren't you? Never too late to add trays taken and to add a W. So I still got a runner. And there we go. That's how we roll, guys. All right. Steve, yes. No, foolish me. Oh, I read that. That was a while back. Christopher, you did. Nice one. Still on. Still in. Yeah. Bit of volume. I mean, the 4 hours about to close in an hour, or less than an hour. 57 or so minutes. Lau, nice one. Pretty sure I remember you from the old stream as well, so welcome. Sharif, I moved stop loss break even to yeah, I did it before on first gold entry, but it's because the volatility, I mean, that popping about a lot. So if you're not all that comfortable, it doesn't hurt to get to break even. Steve, nice trade. Nice one. Just missed that one. It was score. All good, man. Had to be quick with it. It was because that candle, I literally just saw it. Wow, what was that? Taking shape in the last minute or so of this candle closing. 15 minutes, so. It's one of those ones, again, sometimes you just have to be on the ball really quick. So if you're out doing a score run, unfortunately it's not gonna be easy, is it? So Christopher, so you got your stop loss break even. I consider securing something. Mr. Ben Chamberlain, never in doubt. It's just trusting your analysis and waiting for the right confirmation. But the whole time I was talking about removing this and this, wow, this is pushing, guys. The whole time I was talking about removing this zone. Why I said I want to keep it in until we actually start to close below on the M30, and then this candle is a liquidity grab candle. Pop back into that range below, closing right up near its high, long wick to the downside. Within it, you got a 15-minute engulfing candle. That's a double signal, a double catalyst. To me, that's an entry every time. Clean move down, clean move back up. This is flying. John, can we sell? Not in my opinion. No, I wouldn't be selling it. Come on, gold. It's not far from being TP. And I might just leave a bit more for running this time. Thank you for the sub. Christopher, yes, nice one. So secure something, brother, please. Please secure something. You've got like 17 pips on the table. Ben, you're not wrong, man. That's the deal. That's the deal, Steve. You gotta say to him, if you don't know, if you're not gonna place the orders for me, you gotta walk to school, my son. My boy's gonna learn the hard way. He'll outsmart me every time, don't worry. Steve, I know, mate. It's a must. It's starting to sound like me, Steve, when I used to miss out the dinner trades. So you're missing out the school run trades now. Yeah, so well done. Good work, guys. Let's hit the like button, please. Get it up. I think I deserved it, to be honest. Test the patience. How many times did I say close to an entry, but then we had to remove it, and finally we got the right one. So once again, thank you for the sub. GJ rejecting, so yes, nothing, again, there is no confirmation whatsoever on GJ for me. It's just shit house. Ping pong between his support and resistance. Simple as waiting for it. And the good thing is it forms support again now at that resistance. So it has confirmed we've got a zone, a relevant zone. Now all you need to do is wait for closure below, tap in, sell it. Closure above, tap in, buy it. Anything within here is absolute. Oh. I like this tune, by the way. In between, that's what it is. You're still in, Christopher? Alright, so you're targeting... Oh, I've got issues. You're targeting the current daily high. It's a relevant target. It's a good target. It's a break and retest. Steve, I just need to make sure he understands the swing points, otherwise he might blow me account. Yeah, that could be an issue. I told you 1.2 lots, not 12 lots. Oh, can imagine that. That's my concern about in Thailand, when my son, because he uses the PC, and I realized you could just turn MetaTrader on, think it's a video game, start pressing buttons, not knowing a thing. So I had to actually start a new account just in case. He was a little bit curious as to what these candles were about and started pressing buttons on a terminal. So, and he's a smart cookie. He'd figure out, you see movement, you see numbers are going up and down. There goes daddy's money. Or he may do, who knows, he may be a gun trader. So gold breaks previous highs, we're gonna fly? I think so. You're looking for sales before, my friend. It's all good though, it's all good. We all have our own confidences and confirmations. I go with the flow. It's good to have a bias, but it's good to plan for both. Ben, normally kids take liberties with credit cards and... Oh, mate, I know, that's... Well, his mum doesn't have a credit card. Nor would she be able to get one, I don't think, so... However, banking on the phone, everyone does it. It's what the governments want. Banking on the phone's alright, but tapping and paying everywhere, not a fan. Don't want them to win. Don't let the bastards win. Paying cash, that's what I say. This is gonna get shadow banned this stream. Saves you a few bob. Yeah. Alright, GJ is still trash. Sheikh Sami. I took a sell trade and running 60 pips loss. What should I do next? On what gold? I'd like to know what your confirmation was to sell it, my friend. You need to have a stop loss in place, so you need to accept the fact that that's what you're willing to lose if it comes back to your stop loss, if you're not going to manage it. There is not much you can do. I mean, you should accept the loss, the risk you have on the table. I mean, you should be managing it from wherever you got in if it went against you. You can't unfortunately press a button and make it go the opposite direction. I wish you could. I'd be doing it on something else right now, but you just can't do it. So there is not much you can do. I would say if it breaks the high, I'd be definitely out. I would not be interested. 23.85. What was your entry? If you're at 23.85, that doesn't make sense. I don't know where you got your entry. Steve, yeah, don't do Steve's mistake. 23.72, all right. So you were in from here or something? Are you in a swing trade or? Look, if it breaks its own high, I think it's definitely coming up to 23.75, 85, sorry. That's why I've kept a runner. In fact, I'm going to move the TP because well, actually no, that's right, the level I've got at. So I've got the TP at this level because it's a small position, so I'm happy to let it do its thing. I've secured majority. Yeah, that's what I would say, man. Honestly, I would be definitely out if it broke the current daily counts high yet again, because it's clean traffic to the left. It's likely to continue bullish. Send me on first day on channel. I was looking for a live train channel GMT time zone. Hello from London. Good day to you. Welcome. Well, hopefully you've had a good day. I would say this stream, and yeah, of course I'm biased, but by far this is number one as far as education. A lot of these guys have been following me from another stream. A lot of the guys are new too, but you definitely learn a lot, and definitely about patience and discipline in the markets, treating it like a proper job, not like gambling, and not just for shits and giggles. So what confirmations first at all did he have? I have no idea. That's what I'm trying to work out. Sheikh Sami, will my stop loss hit or market will go bearish? No one has a crystal ball, my friend. I think if it breaks the current daily counts high, creates a high, I think it's going to continue up, and you're likely going to hit stop loss will be hit. So therefore, what I would do, but again, I'm not a financial advisor, so take this with a grain of salt. If it breaks the current daily counts high, I would definitely be out. I would 100% would not want to be in it. I wouldn't want to be in a sell to begin with right now anyway. I don't know what your confirmation was, to be honest. So that's it. But alright guys, I'm gonna go make dinner. So what I've been looking at now on gold is, so we've pretty much made the break and almost retested. We're not quite, I mean we have retested, but we've not retested the high just yet. So I really want this candle to push up, create a nice closure up near the high, come close to the 4-hour candle. If we begin to break again, so the new 4-hour candle, pull back, creates up a wick, and may pull back to this zone, form a bit of support, start to form a bit of structure, a bit of consolidation at support. As soon as it begins to pop above it, could almost be your potential entry to take it back up towards the high. Further buy options above the current daily candles high upon continuation. Sells, I'm still not liking sells at the moment until below 23.72. The only other way I would consider a sell is if it maybe pulls up to this level and rejects and gives you a signal win price action. But you need to be very careful, because if it does get to that level, it's really bullish at that point. So be patient with it, wait for a bit of structure to form. As soon as you get your lower highs, lower lows starting to form, that's when you can probably contemplate the sell option. Otherwise, I'd be all about the buys in gold. Still got my runner in. Almost took me out, but it's still in. So that's gold. GJ, exact same scenario as what I mentioned before. Needs to close out of the consolidation, either above it or below it. And that's simply how I'd be playing GJ right now. Nothing else. The 4-hour, it's about to close. Closing with a long wick to the downside, likely to close bullish. I mean, still got 39.5 minutes left. So if it does close bullish, again, new 4-hour candle. What it could do though, if it closes like so, it's grab liquidity from this previous zone to the left hand side. So new candle, I've mentioned it, Silent mentioned it as well. What you often see on the new 4-hour candle, so the 10 AM candle, has a bit of volume. So if this candle closes up near its high, would not surprise me at all if the new candle just does this, pops up, and then at some point it's likely going to pull back to create a bit of a lower wick, grab some more liquidity. You're going to be looking to the left to see where we could pull back to. There's your lower wick, and then look for support to form to take a potential buy back up. Otherwise, you're looking to see where price could reject for your sell, and that obviously is back at the highs around at 192, 750 to 80. Further sells below support we have just formed at that consolidation, which lines up with the previous resistance, hence why I had it marked in earlier. And once it starts to pop below, close below it. So I'd say closures below now. I'm just going to adjust this to this level here. Closures below 192 to 70. I'd be considering sell options moving forward on GJ today. that's about a wrap, guys. If you have not done so, please don't forget to hit the like button. Tomorrow I'll be on stream, but it'll be close to the open again, around half an hour prior to London Open tomorrow. Friday, I do have to start a bit later. If anyone would like to know, please give me a follow on all the social medias as well. Once again, TikTok, you get a lot of educational content, as well as Twitter. You get chart markups in that as well. IG, you get a lot of the updates for the streams and things like that, and just me personally, some of the things I do. And if you'd like to know more about coaching services and all that, just send me an email. Link, the email is in the description below. I make it affordable for everyone to learn. That's all I say. But well done, guys. Good stream today. Thank you for all the likes, all the support as per usual, and do trade safe if you are trading into MY session, and I will catch you guys. Don't forget to keep an eye out for an MY update video. Should be done. Can't promise, but I'll likely do it. That should come in the next few hours. Cheers, my friends. You take care. Catch you all on stream tomorrow about 7:30 AM UK time. Back now.